This is Lacy Robertson, the hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide, and I'm here to bring you this week's report of company layoffs that start with the letter A through F. That's what I'm going to cover in this video. If you followed me any length of time, you know this information is very dear to me. It was many, many years ago. I was in escrow getting ready to purchase a piece of property. I had signed loan documents, and anyone that has purchased a piece of property, you know there's no rescission period at that point, right? So you can back out. Unlike a refinance, you got 3 days to think about it. Say, you know what, I don't want to move forward, but not in a purchase transaction. So it was after I signed my loan documents, within hours, I go to work and I find out that myself and 399 other people were getting laid off that day. No warning whatsoever. You can only imagine how devastated I was, how disappointed I was, how I was in my mind at that time trying to say, oh my gosh, I don't have a job. You can't fund this loan. And it was due to fund that day. So I called my realtor, I called my mortgage broker. You can't fund this loan. I don't have a job. I sent them over paperwork. And thankfully, I was able to unravel the transaction. Wasn't good for that seller, unfortunately, but I'm sure they just had to understand that it was that day. It was nothing of my own doing. I certainly performed, but I wasn't able to purchase the property because I had lost my job. And so with that said, um, I want to, I'm committed to sharing this information each week. Number one, why? Because what would you do differently if you knew there was a possibility that you would get laid off? What would you do? Would you reserve the right to buy that new piece of property or buy that car or splurge on a vacation? Would you kind of sit tight and see if your name is on the chopping block first? Well, that's my first mission. My second one is if you find yourself in that situation, maybe you're not getting, maybe I can prevent you from making that big purchase or splurging, but you may say, look, Lacy, I already have a house. If I'm getting laid off, now what? Well, I want you to stick around because I have great news for you. Remember, I'm all things mortgage and real estate related. So I help people finance property. I help people refinance property. I help people sell property, help them buy it. But once they have the property, life does happen. As they say, life be lifing. And I help people avoid foreclosure. And so I want you to stick around because if you find yourself where you've experienced a loss of income due to a job, due to an illness, due to a divorce, whatever the case may be, there are programs out there to help you avoid foreclosure, keep your house or sell it, whatever your heart's desire is, and I'm your girl. So look, let me go ahead and share with you the companies in this video, A through F, that are laying off. Now, all I ask is that you give me grace with these company names and their street names, okay? I do mortgage, I do real estate, I do contracts, but some of these names may be a little tricky. Let me hear you. Are you going to give me grace? Okay. I think I heard enough of you guys that are willing to give me grace. So let's get started. Okay. November 10th, Accenture is laying off 100 people at 34750 Campus Drive. On November 10th, Accenture is also laying off 140 people at 34800 Campus Drive in Fremont. October 16th, Apollo Appfolio, Inc. is laying off 13 people at 8620 Spectrum Center Boulevard, 11th floor in San Diego. On October 16th, Appfolio is laying off 98 people at 70 Castilian Drive in Goleta. October 22nd, Black Line Systems, Inc. is laying off 21 people at 4301 Hacienda Drive, 5th floor in Pleasanton. On October 22nd, Blackline Systems is laying off 95 people at 21300 Victory Boulevard, 12th floor in Woodland Hills. October 13th, Board Riders Wholesale, they laid off 12 people at 5600 Argosy Circle, Suite 100 in Huntington Beach. You have October 21st, Certified Freight Logistics is laying off 4 people at 1483 West Anderson Street in Stockton. October 21st, Certified Freight Logistics Inc. is laying off 150 people at 1344 White Court in Santa Maria. On November 6th, ChargePoint Inc. is laying off 79 people at 240 East Hacienda Avenue in Campbell, California. October 16th, Cisco Systems is laying off 123 people at 560 McCarthy Boulevard, and that's in Milpitas. October 16th, Cisco Systems is also laying off 227 people at 170 West Tasman Drive in San Jose. October 15th, today, Clari Inc. is laying off 139 people at 1154 Sonora Court in Sunnyvale, California. All of these are California, by the way. On November 7th, Coronado Brewing Company, Inc. is laying off 27 people at 875 Seacoast Drive, Imperial Beach. We got October 27th, Corteva AgriScience LLC is laying off 31 people at 901 Lover Ridge Road in Pittsburgh. October 25th, CSL Viter is laying off 85 people at 200 Cardinal Way in Redwood City. You have October 15th, Daz Pack Flexible Packaging is laying off 19 people at 17032 Armstrong Avenue in Irvine. October 31st, Del Frisco's Grill is laying off 53 people at 1551 Ocean Avenue, Suite 105 in Santa Monica. We have November 17th, DNATA US In-Flight Catering. They're laying off 2 people at 291 Coral Circle in El Segundo. You have on November 10th, DNATA US In-Flight Catering is laying off 1 person at 291 Coral Circle, El Segundo. You have October 31st. Farmers Group Inc. is laying off 68 people at 6301 Owens Mouth Avenue in Woodland Hills. October 31st, Farmers Group Inc. is laying off 163 people at 6303 Owens Mouth Avenue in Woodland Hills. You have October 31st, Farmers Insurance Exchange is laying off 136 people at 6301 Owens Mouth Avenue in Woodland Hills. And last but not least, October 31st, Farmers Insurance Exchange is laying off 2 people at 6303 Owens Mouth Avenue in Woodland Hills. And that is this week's report of California company layoffs that start with the letter A and through the letter F. And I told you to stick around. I promised you that I would give you good news on some different programs that may can help you if you've experienced a loss of income, right? Whether it's a job loss, whether it's a divorce, whether it's you being furloughed, whether you experienced an illness. And so I want to share with you, I've been helping clients for nearly 18 years. I've been in the mortgage and real estate industry. And I wanted to share with you this, as I call them, testimony praise report for a client that was actually really behind. And this is another thing. Let me point this out. You don't have to exhaust all of your savings and get behind. When you find yourself in this position, you want to reach out to me immediately. You can reach me at modifymenow.com. Again, that's modifymenow.com. if you need help. But let me share this modification I was able to get. And just so you know, a modification is someone that is experiencing loss of income. It's really, really hard for them to keep up with their mortgage payments. And all you're asking the bank to do is to make your payment affordable, right? So it's restructuring your existing mortgage. That means it could be lowering your interest rate, it could be reducing your principal, it could be extending the term of your loan. So it's doing a lot of different things, all or one or two or three of those things to help your payment be affordable. Okay, so let me share my screen real quick. So I want to share with you this modification that I was able to help my client get. So hopefully you can see my screen. This client had a second mortgage. I believe this was a second mortgage with Franklin Credit. If you look over here to the right, they were behind. They were behind in their mortgage, and I was able to get the bank to forbear $48,560.54. So what does that mean? They take that amount, and that means my client doesn't have to make any payments, nor is interest accruing on this amount until well, it doesn't accrue at all. And they don't have to pay that amount until the end of the loan term, they sell or they refinance. Okay. My clients were behind $47,980.44. But this is the blessing. Unfortunately, they had experienced a loss of income, and they were self-employed, and I was able to get their payment down originally with taxes. With principal and interest, because this was a second. With principal and interest, their payment was $1,029.54, if you're looking over here on the right. And then their interest rate was 11.25%. I was able to get the bank to modify this second, and their new principal balance was $150,313.68. But look what happened. I got their rate down from 11.25% to 8% for a second, and their payment came down to $707.50. So I saved them over $300 a month on their payment, right? On their mortgage payment. On this payment on their second, I saved them over $300. And so this is the modification agreement that I presented to them. I negotiated on their behalf with their bank, and we turned around. They agreed to all the terms. This was their mortgage statement when they hired me, and they were off to the races. They are still in their home to this day, and we are thankful for that. So I've been helping clients for many, many years. I've been in this industry over 18 years, and I just wanted to share that with you. Let me go ahead and stop sharing here. And so I wanted to share that with you because you do not have to lose your house just because you lost your job. Did you hear what I said? You don't have to lose your house because you lost your job. So I want, for all your mortgage and real estate needs, I want you to visit modifymenow.com. I want you to visit there, reach out to me. And I'm more than willing to help you. If you've experienced a loss of income, you just want to have a consultation, please reach out to me, okay? And don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms at Go Lacy Robertson. That's Lacy without an E and Robertson with a T. Until then, I want you to have a blessed day. Bye-bye.